Ko auaha a atamai e pārekareka ana.
We just need to get out of that whole humble mentality of being too humble about our work. I believe that we are just as good as anyone else in the world. That I see just from my traveling, like I could have a friend here who's like a top tier producer and they're making like some overboard, like crazy creative stuff. And then I have a friend in LA who's not even making half of that, who's making like a quarter of that, but they have the confidence.
You know, there's a lot of people in the music scene that are uploading music and they want friends to meet and kind of a community to belong to. With NASM, you have kind of a hub where they could all come together.
Jonique started NASM to create that bridge so that other artists in our generation don't have to go through what the last did.
They're looking out for new music and they're doing write-ups about new music. They're actually a part of it. They're not like some internet blog and that's all it is, you know? You need to create a culture of our city, our place, you know? We have all this great talent. It creates something that people can look out for. No, it's a great space for brown people. I mean, Auckland's got a lot of brown people in it.
I grew up between Mount Roskill and Sandringham. My mum is Samoan and my dad's Tongan. My mum was from a Mormon background and my dad was from Methodist. My grandpa was like a minister. I grew up in two strong cultural backgrounds. Dance is a part of my identity in terms of storytelling. It's such a big thing in my Samoan and Tongan cultures. That's the way that we told our history, you know, through music, through movement, singing. So growing up, I was originally a dancer. I used to do hip-hop, got into more Pacific contemporary fusion. Went to university for the whole dance thing, and then in my second year, I decided that dance life was not for me, and that's when NASM came. You're embracing the fact that people put you in the NASM. So NASM is a community. It's a platform, it's a club night.
Nah, you just go show ID. That's all. Hi. Here, and I will stamp you.
It's a whole bunch of different things because it's forever evolving. I used to follow Kanye West, his old as blog, Kanye West University. What he was putting out on his blog, it was like fashion, like, you know, art. And we were like, that's so cool, we should do that. And so that's how it started first. But then as we got on, we realized, why don't we just cover like the artists in our own backyard, like people that we know. Like from what I could see in Auckland, I was like, there's no platform properly for anyone our age who's doing some real cool shit. We were like, okay, yep, we're gonna do a blog. Then from there I was like, nah, I'm gonna properly learn how to code so we can get this properly on the road.
It was probably late 2017 I started writing for NASM. Think pieces or opinions that I had about the local scene.
Yes, that's what we need to get onto. I'm just waiting for finalising for the new NASM cover.
It's important as a platform that you give back. I think that's the most important thing about NASM, constantly feeding back into the scene. We've always been primarily about local music first.
I felt like a lot of other brown kids weren't seeing struggles of other brown kids. That means it doesn't exist. My cousin, she had a miscarriage. I'm still honored to this day that she used my platform to tell her story. We were like, okay, yep, we're gonna do a blog. Then from there I was like, nah, I'm gonna properly learn how to code so we can get this properly on the road.
'Cause
I honestly, I'm still honored to this day that she used my platform to tell her story. And then I was like, okay, we're going to keep running with this. And then more people were submitting their stories. Like some girl, she submitted a story about how she had just finished uni and she feels like she's back at square one again. And a lot of people right through like, yo, I relate to this. And it's crazy because, you know, we're starting that conversation. It's okay to talk about it. It's been hard personally to drive this. We've just come back from hiatus because we're taking on so much. And I felt like I was getting sick of it. I was getting to the point where I was hating it. And that's when I had to take a step back and put my pride to the side and say, okay, yep, we need to go on hiatus. We need to rethink everything. Basically, I just got lost. I forgot the purpose. I forgot the purpose of why I created NASM, and I kind of just had to ground myself. Yeah. The community's at the front and we're leading from behind. It's been so unconventional, you know? We're not like a full office business. It's literally just us, like us kids. The culture that we're trying to help create with NASM, we're trying to just push forward together and just trying to embrace that when one person wins, it's a door for all of us to go through. It doesn't mean that our time's not gonna come. It just means that, hey, look, someone's going first. We can all go after, you know?
He tangata hapakore, kaore I whakamātau. I tētahi mea, hō.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.